All right, ladies and gentlemen, she's about ready to start. Stephanie's here to watch. He's only here to watch the game because he saw the amazing lineup that that Hanwha was spitting out. But we're about underway. This is the last game between these two teams for the foreseeable future. Obviously, they could meet again in the playoffs with LG being the number one seed and SSG currently the number two seed or number three seed. Uh, LG 10-5 against this season, or 10-5 this season against SSG. SSG though is hitting extremely well right now as we're still going through the first pitch and all of that stuff. So Kim Kwon Hyun on the mound since the rainouts. I was expecting Anderson. I was actually hoping for Anderson. I was hoping for Anderson Austin duel. But alas, Kim Kwon Hyun on the mound. Yeah, big deal. Moon Bo Kyung getting a late season new song. We've voiced our thoughts on the new song. I don't know his old song, uh, so I, but his new song doesn't say much to me. But we are about underway. I still not sure about that Kia NC game. So Im Chang Gyu. Oh, first pitch way up high. They still have the DK or the icons and all of that stuff up there. So first pitch way up high, and next pitch right down the middle, 1-1. So Im Chang Gyu on the mound for SSG or for LG, having a really good season, a 2.74 ERA on the season in his 24 games. Next pitches misses down and in, and it's 2-1. Im Chang Gyu, these two, Im Chang Gyu and Im Chang-gyu, 2 games against SSG this season, 2-0 with a .75 ERA against SSG on the season. So what you would qualify as a pretty good start, but that is not a good start for him, as that's going to be a single through the right side, and first batter up, first batter on, and why my button's not? There we go. That'll bring up Che Ji-hoon. So SSG finally, what you would consider healthy offensively. Or LG just did read some news today that Hong Chang-gi will be back in not too long as Choi Ji-hoon lifts that one to Moon Sung-ju given chase, but that will be a souvenir, and it's 0-1. So Hong Chang-gi will be coming back in a couple weeks, I believe. Actually, what I was looking is LG has already clinched a spot in the playoffs when Lotte lost and dropped down to the number 6 spots on Friday, I guess Thursday or Friday. That actually clinched the playoff spots for LG, as that misses outside 1-1. So at this point, LG just trying to. They've got their magic number to win is 13 to win the Korean regular season, which is obviously extremely important, as that is ripped into right field. Moon Sung-ju heading over it. Park Sung-han will head into third base, and Choi Ji-hoon is going to be on just first base. No, it should be second. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, how did he not get to second base? But there we go. We've got runners on second and third now for Chae Jung. 2 hits right away against Im Chang-gyu. And SSG's offense has been absolutely ridiculous lately, as they're trying to put a late season charge, trying to chase down Hanwha in that 2 spot. All right, Che Jung steps in at 238 on the season. Looks to strike one on the outside. Yeah, and it's 0-1. 19 home runs on this season. Trying to get to that magic at 20 spot. That I believe the eighth or ninth season in a row. He's had 20 home runs, and that one is going to be to Chaewon Young, who catches it, but that'll be an RBI for Che Jung, and quick 1-0 lead for SSG. That brings up Heredia. I haven't seen Heredia very much this season because of injuries, and SSG just not too popular. And Heredia looks at to strike one. Yeah, it's the 0-1 pitch and a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Yeah, Jim, this is a game that I would have avoided. Yeah, LG, their offense is just quite ridiculous, honestly. All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up in the other batter's box, leaks it over, shortstop grabs it, looks back, the runner to seconds, and that's two away. Jim, you got to use the new community feature that they have on YouTube. Look at that. Even Jamshil's stadium, the grass looks 100 times better than Hanwha's. All right, here comes the first pitch to Han Yu-sung. Misses inside, ball one, 1-0. 13 pitches for Im Chong-gyu. Rough starts, but if he can get away with only giving up one run, you got to take that as a solid win for this first inning. As the 1-0 misses inside again, 2-0. Both the pitchers on the mounds today, that they're not guys that strike out a ton of guys. They will get their strikeouts here and there. Im Chong-gyu, 144.1 innings and 95 strikeouts. But neither one of these guys walk a lot of guys, as that just catches the upper outside corner, and it's 2-1. So 44 walks for Im Chong-gyu. I believe 48 walks on the season for Kim Kwon-hyun. So they're not going to walk a bunch of guys. They're not going to give up a bunch of free passes. They're not going to give up a ton of home runs either. As that one is turned on, that might change what I say. As Moon Sung-ju watches that one. Goodbye, baseball. As I should have just stopped talking because I knew it was going to jinx it. Quickly up 3-0 now for SSG. Sorry, Jim. Like I said, Jim, SSG's offense has been quite ridiculous lately. All right, Go Myung-jun now steps in. Oh, one count to Im Chong-gyu and or Go Myung-jun, sorry, as that one runs inside and it's 1-1. And that would not be the best starts. Lefties, that's only the second home run he's given up to lefties all season too, as that misses inside a 2-1. Giving up 242 is lefties against him. One home run versus 273 with 5 home runs for righties, and the 2-1 that is lifted up. Moon Sung-ju watches Park Hae-min under it, and that's 3 away. But Three hits, a single, a double, and a sacrifice, followed by a two-run shots. Puts SSG up early, 3-0. Not the start that SS or that LG wanted, obviously. 3 runs, nothing for this team. Yeah, Jim, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. Nope, just doing this, man. Thank you though. All right, so we go to the bottom of the first. Shinmin J will lead things off. Shinmin J absolutely having a season up there at the top of the lineup. Again, he started off real rough on the season. Then they moved him up into the top of the lineup as that offense was really struggling. Since he's moved up, the offense has just really taken off. Moon Sung Ju has slowly worked his way back. Obviously, Austin having quite the season as usual, minus that month that he took off, where he with the back injury. He's still up there with first baseman, second in WAR in the league with uh, a solid WAR over there. Obviously behind Diaz. Diaz, everyone's basically behind him with Diaz having himself a legendary season in terms of offensive production. Very close to being a 50 home run, 150 RBI guy. So Kim Kwon Hyun on the mound for SSG, 4.63 ERA on the season. The one game that he's pitched in one game against LG with an ERA of 0, but that ERA of 0 was also a loss as the first pitch is up high to Shinmin J, and it's 1-0. Shinmin J, 315 on the season, had his first career home run. I believe his first career ever home run broke up a no hitter in the 9th inning, as that one is down and away, 2-0. Kim Kwon Hyun, obviously of St. Louis Cardinals fame, spent a couple seasons with them. I believe he would have stayed in the MLB if he wouldn't have ended up having Corona to deal with, where signing contracts and like that. So that's why he came back. That's Mrs. Lowe, 3-1. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. And he slaps at it, fouls it away. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our first full count of the day. It did take a whole half inning to get there. It did take a entire half inning. And a swing and a miss in the dirts. They'll throw down a first base. And that's the first strikeout of the day for Kim Kwon Hyun, and 1 away. Sweet. A still picture for. Uh, they manufacture a run, a little bunt to lead things off for Im Chan Gyu or Kim Ji Chan, and fouled away from Moon Sung Ju. Moon Sung Ju, again, a staple there in the second spot in the lineup, a 321 on the season. He was another guy that started off rough. Actually, I believe he might have even been sent down to the second league at one point, as that misses outside. 1-1. Big grand slam earlier this week to give LG another come from behind victory. Yeah, another 1-1 in the dirt. It's a 2-1. Kim Kwan-hyun already at 9 pitches, getting ready for pitch number 10, despite only facing one batter so far. Yeah, and the 2-1, and that is going to be roped over the left fielder's head. It's going to 1-2, two hop into the wall, and Moon Sung Ju is going to be on second base with a 1-out double. There goes the no hitter for Kim Kwan Hyun, and now LG is ready. Kiwi, what did I say, man? What did I say? Couldn't have called that any closer than I did. They could have easily had those guys play a couple games in the second league, but no, they just had them in the dugout instead. All right, Austin Dean steps in. 105 hits on the season, 290 with 25 home runs. Sets up on the outside just at the knees. First pitch swinging, and that's going to be to the right fielder, Han Yu Sum. Grabs it, and Moon Sung Ju will tag up and head over to third base. But with 2 away, now comes Moon Bo Gyong. Everybody's excited in the crowd, ready to hear this new cheer song. I'm sure it's riveting, and the crowd is super stoked about it. Umpire cleaning off the plates, making sure that they give enough time to get through the whole song. 106 RBIs for Moon Bo Gyung with a T that's coming off the top of his helmet, and that's low, ball 1-0. See if I can read my numbers here. 251. Lefties 251 with 2 home runs. Righties 288 with 8 home runs against Kim Kwan Hyun. Yeah, another 1-0 in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 1-1. All right, the 1-1 right at the knees. A big hooking curveball, but somehow it just barely catches the top of the zone, and it's 1-2. Why would you change the song in September? I mean, I have an imagination of what it was. Is that is going to be roped, but the right fielder right there to catch it, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the second inning. It's 3-0 SSG. It's very possible that what happened was they lost the rights to the song that he had before, so they had to come up with a new one. So it's very very possible that that is what happened. I imagine that's what actually happened. A double, but an 0 for 2 with runners on, 0 for 2 with runners in the scoring position leaves LG with a big goose egg. All right, it's Weesby back, ladies and gentlemen. Have the number 7 hitter coming up for SSG, one of the catcher for the all batting stance team. A little excited to see the guy that's on deck. He's in 13 games. He already has 4 home runs and hitting a 380, I believe, in those 13 games. Hit over 300 down in the second league. And that runs inside ball one. Well, yeah, I would love to, as that's going to be grounded right to the third baseman. Throws across the diamond and one away. I wish I could give more stats, but the issue always is that I don't get the lineup until like 45 minutes before the game starts, and because I don't get the lineup until 45 minutes, like the lineup that you guys see like on your screen, I have to input all that. I have to make my little charts here. The only things I can ever do is my pitching stats. I can do those whenever they give me the heads up on the starters the night before. 'Cause, that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, and here comes the 1-1. This sets up on the outside a curveball that is lifted. That'll be under it, though, is Chaywan Young. And I think it's Chaywan Young, right? Yeah, two away. Yeah, I try to add a little bits about the actual game, the league, the players, and things like that if I can. When I'm just a one man crew, it's tough to have a conversation with myself. That's why I enjoy when people are talking in the chats, asking questions. But two away now, or Im Chong Gyu, as he's working quickly. That's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. An Sang Hyun, a 265 on the season. Plays pretty much anywhere on the infield as the curveball just misses low, 1-1. And the 1-1 sets up a cross that's going to be roped, sliding catch by Austin over at first. And that's 1-2-3. Go SSG. And not only that, but only 8 pitches for Im Chong Gyu will go to the bottom of thy seconds. Quick 1-2-3. It's still a little hot out, still a little musty. So that quick inning there again, just 8 pitches for him makes it a little bit more difficult for Kim Kwon Hyun to come back out and then immediately start pitching. I mean, he only threw 15 pitches in that first inning, but quickly coming back out in a minute makes it a little bit more difficult. Elsewhere around the league, as some of you guys have heard, Samsung up 2-0 against Hanwha. No errors apparently, but a walk and then a, triple by Gujauk and then a single, an RBI single by Diaz, put Samsung up a 2-0. It's so tough to not pick LG. Again, in the KBO, home field advantage is so massive. Uh, LG is their offense is really good. Chirinos has been good. So yeah, I mean, you got to take LG at this point. Uh, any team that wins the regular season is has such an advantage going in the KBO. Only 3 times in the history of the KBO is the second place team ever won the national champ or the Korean series. The last time was actually uh, when SSG, but at that time it was SK. SK won the championship in 2018, beating Doosan. As the 0-1 misses low, 1-1. I don't know for sure yet. I have something coming up. Thank you, Sun Tzu. Thank you, thank you. Basically, he's saying, "Have a good day. I hope you have a good day. Your content is good. I hope many people enjoy it. And always rooting. So please stay healthy." For those of you that can't read Korean, that's a very, very weak translation. But thank you, sir or ma'am. Not sure. But yeah, I have something going on, and I'm not sure if I'm going to need to be off or not. I know I'll do Sunday's game. I'll do a game Sunday for sure. I don't know though about Saturday. Oh, Kim Hyun Soo, robust, right on the knot, 300 on the season. Yeah, so that's up. Yeah, I wish there was a way for you guys to translate it, as the 2-2 is fouled away. Looks strange watching them with the various uniforms that have nothing to do. I just realized I have the same one on today. I feel like an LG player at this point, but the 2-2 pitch rolls over it. Second baseman to his right, picks it up, throws, and that's one away. He was way in front of that curveball. Kim Kwon Hyun, one of the only pitchers in the league. I think there's only a very few uh, that aren't side armors that do not feature a four seam first. He is a slider first guy. 39% of the time he throws his slider. Off of that, he throws his four seam fastball. His four seam 29% of the time at 143, as that one misses outside, and it's a 1-0. Then also a changeup and a curveball. Uses that curveball quite a bit, especially against the righties. Is that is fouled away, 1-1. Yeah, and the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside just at the knees, and that's way up outside, and it's 2-1. That might be the hardest ball he's thrown all season at 149. Say Young Jay. Young Jay is like brother sister. His, 2-1 is in there for a strike right down the middle, 2-2. 146 there. Again, he only averages 143 with his four seam fastball. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up way, way low. And that misses low, runs the count full. Second full count of the day for LG. Struck out on the first one was Shinmin Jae. And here comes the 3-2 pitch, sets up down at the knees, a check swing, but it's foul on ball 4. 28 pitches now for Kim Kwon Hyun. And Im Chang-gyu, 20 in the first inning, 8 in that second inning. Kim Kwon Hyun now 15 in that first inning. He's already thrown 13 here in the second inning, despite still facing the second batter. And the 3-2 pitch, did he go around? They're going to check down to first. And the most animated umpire in the league says he wins. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be video replayed.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Bole. The new check swing. They, yep, he wins. Excellent call by everybody's favorite umpire. So, for those of you that are unfamiliar, the KBO, I believe 2 weeks ago, not very common at all. Not very common at all. I don't think there's been many. There's never been a perfect game. As the first pitch to Pak Dong Wan, Mr. Full Swing is way up high, ball one. There was almost a perfect game. And when I say almost a perfect game, a swing and a miss there, 1-1. The first game, I want to say 3 years ago, SSG had their foreign pitcher threw 9 perfect innings. 9 perfect innings. As the 1-0, 1-1 is in there for a strike on the inside corner, 1-2. Then, but SSG couldn't score. And so they went to extra innings. SSG ended up winning, but the catcher, or not the catcher, but the closer walked a batter. He just threw a knuckleball. Just threw a knuckleball. And the 2-2 is a chopper back to the pitcher. That might beat him out, but no, the catcher forgot to unhook the piano. And that'll be 3 away. 3 up, 3 down for both sides in the second inning. We'll go to the third. It's SSG 2. LG Goose Egg. Oh, they said he threw a fork ball. That wasn't a fork ball. That was a knuckle. That did not move at all. Maybe it was a fork ball, but she did not have any rotation. She just died. Looks like they're still planning on playing that Kia NC game. And I talked about it earlier with Stefan and Kiwi that I didn't think that game was going to be played at all. Daegu was lucky to get a game. There was a ton of storms running through the bottom half of Korea last night. It was very loud thunder, lightning all the way up until about 11 o'clock today. But being a 5 o'clock game and hot enough, Stefan or Kiwi, how does the field look? No, they just haven't started it yet. It's not canceled. They'll probably give it till 6 o'clock. I have to imagine that the field in Daegu is real wet. All right, SSG will have the top of their lineup coming up here in the third inning. Well, Pak Sung Han leads off. He singled and scored a run early in the first inning. Looks at ball one there. Yeah, there's no broadcast yet because it hasn't started at all. As that apparently just got a stitch on the bottom outside corner, and it's 1-1. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Ojiwan over behind the bag, throws a bad throw, and he is safe. That'll probably go down as an infield hit, I imagine, just because it's the KBO. The shortstop had to field it back behind the bag as it went just over the mound. Fields it on his side of the bag, but definitely, I think that should be an error. He rushed that throw, pulled him off the bag. No, awful. We were talking about it earlier. It's a ball one to Che Ji Hoon. Che Ji Hoon, 1 for 1 on the day. Doubled with a run scored on the 2-run shots in the first inning. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-1. We'll give him an error on that. And here comes the 1-1 pitch, sets up on the outside. And a very, very bad throw over to first base. And the 1-1 pitch sets up down at the knees, and that's just outside at 2-1. Kim Chong-gyu, not a power pitcher. He is the Greg Maddux of the KBO, as you would say. Fastball 34% of the time, 138. And he goes, and that's going to be lifted into center field, though. Pak Min under it. And Pak Sung Han will have to head back over to first. So Im Chong-gyu, a fastball 34% of the time, 138. Curveball off of that 29% of the time, 105. 105. So 33 kilometers an hour difference between his fastball and his curveball. Throws a changeup, then 125. So 13 kilometers, almost about 8 to 9 miles an hour, which is where they say your curveball or your fastball and your changeup should be different. Then he does throw a slider 10% of the time. So mixes speeds, mixes location, and mixes pitches well, and doesn't walk very many. Relies on his defense. Shea Jung, 0 for 0 on the day. Sacrifice fly to left field, scored the first run back in the first inning. And this time throws it away, and he is going to head on over to second base. And that will be another error. That's the second error this inning for LG. All of them except Kielum. Kielum uses turf because they are indoors. And that runs up and in, 1-0. Yeah, Kiwi sent a message earlier about the game in Baltimore where they were getting no hit until the ninth inning with 2 outs, a home run, and came back to win. And the the thing I couldn't get over was how nice the field looked, like how green the grass was. Yes, here comes the 2-2 or 2-0, way up high, 3-0. All right, the 3-0 pitch sets up down at the knees. In there for a strike, 3-1. Yeah, I mean, it just looks so bright green. And the 3-1 is ripped, but it hooks foul and runs the count full, 3-2. First full count of the day for SSG. Oh yeah, they spend a ridiculous amounts. The KBO hires part-time college kids or part-time kids to do most of their stuff, as that's fouled away. He stays 3-2. 41 pitches now for Im Chang-gyu. I mean, they have their regular ground screw guys, but again, the thing with Korea is one, you have lots of rain, but that should be a benefit to grass. The 3-2 is fouled again. Should be a benefit to grass, but they play in the rain a lot. Like LG's field looks really good considering they have 144 games a season because since Doosan and LG share the same stadium, 6 days a week, this field is being used as that is fouled into the umpire's mask. Then you have fields like Hanwha's that's just look awful. They look like high school fields with a little bit of extra grass on the infield. And the 3-2 in the dirts, ball 4. And that brings up Heredia with the runners on first and seconds. LG doesn't have a lot to play for. Again, they've already clinched a spot in the playoffs. SSG, again, currently sitting in third place, but there is the chance that they could chase down Hanwha as the curveball in there for a strike. Especially with the lineups that Hanwha's manager puts out, trying to get the oldest team in history to lead to win a game, to start a game. And the 0-1, a swing and a miss. 0-2. Already a 0 for 1 on the day, a 6-3 groundouts back in the first inning. Has to regroup after curveball dropped in there and then a swing and a miss on a curveball in the dirts. Has to rethink his choices at the plate today. All right, sets up on the outside and leaks it over. That was set up on the outside, but it went right over the middle, and that's going to bring a run in. As already with an RBI single on a very, very bad pitch from Im Chang-gyu. He was setting up on the outside. The catcher set up on the outside was saying, keep it in the dirts, but it leaked over on the inside corner and right off the handle, but into the left field. And that scores a Pak Sung Han from second base. Because it's in Seoul. And land is very, very difficult to get in Seoul. Yeah, SSG wanted to go to Seoul, but Doosan and LG blocked them. That is why SSG, or at the time SK, moved to Incheon. Oh, the big error by the shortstop, and then another error on the throw from the pitcher. 2 errors has cost them 1 run so far, with Han Yu-sum stepping up. He has the big 2-run shot in the first inning and fouls that right into his foot. So next year will be the last year that this stadium is used. So next year, Doosan and LG will use this stadium. Then this stadium will close, and they will move next door to the football stadium that they are changing around for Doosan and LG to use from 2027 to 2032, is that's going to be a ground ball through the right side. Che Jung will come around third and come on home and slides.
너무 감사합니다.
And a RBI single from Han Yu-sum. Thank you, Marcus. And another run scores. Now it's 5-0. SSG. Jim, I'm sorry for your loss, sir. Yep. All right, the first pitch to Go Myung Jun is fouled away. 50 pitches now for Im Chong-gyu. Yeah, and the 0-1 pitch that's up on the outside. That is lifted right field. Austin giving chase in foul territory, but it will become a souvenir, and it's 0-2. Jim, one of these days, I'll do some pregame choices. But again, I don't want this to turn into a gambling channel. A baseball channel is fine, but a gambling channel is a no-no. All right, runners on first and second. 0-2 count. Already 2 runs in this inning. Misses way outside because he's set up way outside because it's a right-handed batter, right-handed hitter. 0-2 counts. You must throw it in the other batter's box and waste a pitch. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch is sets up on the outside again, right on the left-handed batter's box line. Misses inside, a swing and a miss though, and that's a strikeout to number 1 for Im Chong-gyu. Outs number 2 in this inning, and that brings up the number 7 hitter, E.G. Young. Yeah. Lots and lots of spam, and YouTube is trying to cut them down too. Swing and a miss there from E.G. Young. Fouls it. No, I think he might have gotten a piece of it into the glove, but it's a strike nonetheless. 0-1. 0 for 1 on the day. A 5-3 ground out. He actually led off the last inning with a 5-3 ground out, so he's got a chance to lead off the second and end the third. And the 0-1 is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, throws it over to seconds, and that's will be 3 away. They leave 2 on, but they get 2 across. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 5-0. 5-0. SSG. Rough start for LG. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm actually what I'm surprised at is obviously I'm not a big channel, but I'm surprised that none of those gambling sites has actually tried to contact me to put advertisements and stuff up. Oh yeah, that'll happen. All right, we're back. 8, 9, 1 hitters coming up for LG. Shaewon Young, Park Min, and then Shin Min Jae. Yeah, and the first pitch is way, way up high. And the 1-0 is popped up. Third baseman in foul territory, catcher in foul territory, and that's one away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Park Min, Kiwi's favorite player. Second favorite player. His favorite player is without a doubt the shortstop for Hana. And that's in there for a strike, right down the middle. Park Min, 272 on the season, 44 stolen bases, though. That is a lot coming from the number 9 spot in the lineup. That misses outside, 1-on-1. 115 on that. It's not much. So a rookie only makes. They got him. They got a raise 2 years ago or last year. Is swing and a miss there. 2 years ago, it was 33 million won. 33 million won a year, which is not very much at all. That's about 27,000 a swing. Fouled it into the glove, but that, ladies and gentlemen, will be strikeouts number 3. As that is a big strikeout for Kim Kwon-hyun. I don't know exactly what it is. I couldn't hear, but I'm sure we'll see the whatever it is on the scoreboard. He knew it right away, too. And that's his ball 1. We didn't get to see the pitch. But it can get up there, maybe 1.5 million or so. As that's a swing and a miss, so 1-1. Yeah, it's not much, obviously, but Jim, the difference is the facilities is the 1-1 misses up high. The players, they don't pay for the, while the rookies the first few years they all live in team housing, as the 2-1 is grounded to the second baseman, throws over to first, and 3 away. That was another 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the 4th. It's 5-0 SSG. Yeah. They don't. I think they have a players' union now, but again, the big difference, Jim, is the players live in housing, so they have no expenses. They have no expenses at all. So while the amount is low, the salary is low, the yearly salary. There's not very many players that get to play, and they're stuck in the system for a long time. So they're stuck in the system for a long time. They don't make very much money to start with. Obviously, the newer players, some of them get a bigger signing bonuses from, but every year they're like every year they can renegotiate their salary. So a player. So let's take Moon Hyun Bin for instance. Moon Hyun Bin came into the league in 2023. His salary was 30 million won, which is very very low. Uh,
너무 감사합니다.
oh, who is this? I can't. Chu Chun Han and Page. Thank you, thank you. So Moon Hyun Bin 30 million.
너무
Another one.
감사합니다.
Daebak. Thank you, thank you. I don't know if those are spam or not, because that is definitely a. All right. So down here in the 8 spots now, Yuho Hyo Sung. This is again the guy I wanted to see. That's low in the dirt, but then after his first season where he had 100 hits as a rookie, he started making 80 million won. And then another good season last year, as that's in there for Shrike. 1-1. The year after that, he got another raise. So he's 88 million. And he'll get another raise at the end of this year also. So they do get raises every year, but they can also lose money. So if they have a bad season or something, their contract they could actually make less. As that's in there for a Shrike at 2-2. The minor leagues, the minor league system. I've been to Hanwha's a couple times. The housing is right there. As that is lifted up into the air, but gets foul, stays at 2-2. Oh, just a sec. I need to get to one more thing. And the 2-2 in the dirt runs 3-2 now. Full counts. So the thing with them in the minor leagues is their housing. They have kind of like dorm rooms where they would stay right at the facility. They have an indoor facility. They don't pay for food, transportation, anything like that. So it's not too bad. And the cost of living in Korea is massively, massively lower. But here we go, the 3-2 pitch. Check swing, and it's foul. Good thing he got a piece of it because that was definitely a strike. Stays 3-2 now. But I mean, they're probably happy. A family, no. That is a strike looking at the bottom of the zone. Second strikeout for Im Chang Gyu. And one away. So, for instance, I'll use a teacher's salary. Most teachers are gonna make. Let me calculate it here. As that's popped up, giving chase is Pak Dong Won, but it gets out of play. So a brand new teacher in Korea would make just below 30,000, maybe 30 million. We'll say they'll make a 30 million, but they get their housing paid for also. Yeah, as the 0-1, the curveball misses up, and it's a 1-1. I remember when I first moved to Korea and I found out how much the rookies made. I was like, I'm a teacher and I make more than the rookies. So that misses up high, 2-1. I'm like, that's pretty bad when you're you're. I wouldn't, let me rephrase that. I don't think that's bad, but bad is in terms of baseball standards is that's just gets a stitch on the inside the corner. 2-2 now. That's teachers are making the same amount as professional athletes, and the KBO doesn't have a lot of time off either. A swing and fouled it into the glove, and that's going to be out number 2, strikeout number 3. Yeah, getting a salary increase for a teacher is like very, very difficult because the government mandates how much schools can charge for uh, for everything. So, all right, Pak Song Han steps in, the leadoff batter. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Single and scored a run, then reached on an error and scored another run. And that's in the dirt. It's 1-1. Yeah, if only we got the raises that they got for being a good teacher. And the 1-1 misses outside. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch just sets up on the inside corner. Just misses below the zone. A 3-1. 73 pitches already for Im Chong-gyu. He will throw 100 pitches, so they're just trying to get him to the 5th inning. And that's in there for a strike. Runs the count full. 3-2. Third full count of the day for SSG. Got a walk and a strikeout in the other 2. And a swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout, a strikeout, a strikeout in the 4th inning for Im Chong-gyu. 4 Ks, but his team is down 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, that's a rough go for Hana. Still only 2-0 though. That's a win, I have to think, for Hana. Wang Junso doesn't look like he pitched bad. 3 innings, 57 pitches, 2 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 runs, both earned. But obviously, Juan Tein, 40 pitches through 4 innings is not the numbers that Hanwha wants. Hanwha also has a bullpen that was used heavily yesterday for little to no reason, what should have been. But they still have not canceled that NC game. Still have not canceled that Kia NC game. Definitely picked the right games to stream this weekend because again, I was thinking about yesterday doing the LG and Doosan game, but skip to this one. I was hoping I would get Tolhurst versus Anderson, but I did not. I bet LG was wishing they had Tolhurst versus Anderson too. All right, the number 2 hitter leading things up. Only one team is owned by a person, and that is up high on ball 1. The only team owned by an individual is the Kium Heroes, as that misses outside. It's 2-0. And that team has so many issues from the owner all the way down to the second league, is the 2-0 in there for a strike. 2-1. The owner's in prison. And was trying to run the team from prison, as the 2-1 is in there for a strike on the outside corner. 2-2. They hired a GM that knew nothing about baseball but then was fired before the season started. As that's misses up high, and the curveball misses, making it a full count, so 3-2. Third full count of the day for LG. A couple strikeouts in the other two. That is roped over the jumping second baseman, and Moon Sung Ju is on base for the second time today. LG's got 2 hits, and he's got them both. Hung the slider, and he deposited it over the second baseman. But yeah, that team has tons of nightmares, but they produce so much talent. Kim Ha Sung, Kim Hae Sung, Lee Jung Hoo, Park Byung Ho, all those guys came out of Kium, with Kium, but it was Nexon at the time. The next player probably going, Song Sung Moon. Again, he's another guy that's just coming as that just barely catches the inside corner. Another guy that's going to head to the MLB probably after this season. Then behind him is going to be Anu Jin. But yeah, the front office of that club has had so many issues. That's a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. That's right. And then you got the manager that took over after the other one resigned or was fired, one of the two, said, "Hey, uh, we're going to play small ball. We're going to bunt more, and we're going to steal bases." As the 0-2 tried to throw it as hard as he could, but it's 144 into the dirts, and it's 1-2. Wonder if Austin Dean and Kim Kwon Hyun spent some time together in St. Louis. And Austin Dean spent time in St. Louis. Then you have Kim Kwon Hyun, who pitched for St. Louis in 2018 to 2019, I believe. And then James Nail also there. Oh Sung Won as the 1-2 is turned on and crushed, but foul. Patrick Wisdom also spent time in the Cardinals organization. Uh, Out of the stadium on that. And the 1-2 pitch runs inside, and it's 2-2. A leadoff hits by Moon Sung Ju. Can LG cut into this lead? Yeah, and that's what's happening a lot now. I know 2 years ago, LA Dodgers signed what would have been the number 1 pick in the KBO draft. And then the Boston Red Sox signed the number 2 pick, what would have been the number 2 pick in the draft. A lot of that's what's happening with the pitchers now is they are going straight to the MLB because what happens is the KBO cannot develop pitchers. They rush them through. They're like, "Oh, well, you've got 2 pitches. You're good enough." They cannot develop pitchers. Is that one is going to be lifted? That's going to be trouble. And off the wall, and then Choi Ji-hoon drops it. Moon Sung Ju is going to head on in home, and Austin Dean is going to be on third base. I think they're going to give him a double with an error. But Austin Dean puts LG on the board 1-0. Oh, it again should be a double with an error as Choi Ji-hoon grabbed it right off the wall. A great grab, but then dropped it as it was going from his glove, which allowed Austin Dean to cruise into third base, standing up. And Moonbo Young looks at ball one. Hey, look, it's a foreigner. All right, here comes the 1-0 1-0 pitch to Moonbo Young. And just catches the outside, 1-1. Yeah, he does. Just because, I mean, he does throw pretty hard. The 1-1 is going to be lifted, and that's going to be another problem. Is that Heredia is not able to grab it, so Austin Dean is going to come on home. Moonbo Young is going to be in cruising into second base with an RBI double. Back-to-back RBI doubles, 3 straight hits, and LG is making Jim's day, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, I'll always be a foreigner. That's the thing is in a homogenous society, no matter how much I've settled in, no matter how much Korean I speak, no matter how much a part of the community I become, I will always be a foreigner. Yeah, always. I could have a permanent residency, I could have a citizenship, and I would still be a foreigner. And the SSG bullpen is warming up. Moon Sung Wan, who is a starter, but he's so bad that he's not starting anymore. Already 15 pitches in this inning, no outs. As Kim Hyun Soo steps in. That's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1. Yeah. Yeah, now the 0-1, he says he went around and 0-2. And that's misses way outside. 1-1. Of course, you've got a 0-2 counts or left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. You've got to throw it in the other batter's box. Yeah, so yeah, but here, yeah, you can see like yeah, no, the 1-2. That's going to be a ground ball past the diving a second baseman. Moonbo Young is going to come around third, and 4 straight hits has put 3 runs on the board for LG. And suddenly, it's a baseball game, ladies and gentlemen. Still nobody out. Yeah, Jim, there's a word that they use for like foreigners who have acclimated and become, they call them Daehan Wegukin. Daehan Minguk is, as that is turned on, lifted up. That's going, but at the warning track, catches it is Han Yu Sum. 1 away. So Daehan Minguk is Korea's official name. Weigukin means foreigner, so they call him Daehan Weigukin. Means Korean, basically a foreigner that is almost Korean. And Pak Dong Wan looks at the ball one and 1-0. 251 on the season for Pak Dong Wan, grounded back to the pitcher last at bats back in the second inning. And that's going to be a ground ball. Off the shortstop's glove. And Kim Hyun Soo will hang out at second base. I don't know if they're going to, that looks like an error to me. But again, this is the KBO and you never know. Right off of the thumb of his glove, looked like he was trying to make the double play early. Still waiting on the official word on that. But Chaewon Young, I do have to worry about a bunt here from Chaewon Young. He has got a ton of speed. He's hitting 301, 303 on the season, 0 for 1 today. And they do give him a hit on that. Questionable always, as that misses up and out, and it's 1-0. Chaewon Young, 455 against SSG on the season. He is extremely fast, so doubling him up is going to be difficult. Runners on first and second that don't have speed, but that's ball too low. 2-0. 68 pitches now for Kim Kwon Hyun. He's thrown 24 pitches so far this inning, 15 in the first, 19 in the second, 10 in the third, and so far 24 here in the fourth inning. That's going to be a ground ball. Right to the shortstop, throws to second, and then throws to first, and that's is going to be an inning. 6-4-3 double play, but the Twins string together some hits, a single, a couple doubles, a single, and another single a little later, puts them back in this game 5-3. Two outs? Oh, he'll walk. Oh, no, it says there's one out. Oh, Moon Hyun Bin got out? Let's see. Sure, why not? It's Samsung, right? They're playing in Daegu. Long fly ball is a grand slam in Daegu. All right, we're back. We'll have the top of the fifth here. Oh, you'll have the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Che Ji Hoon leads things off. He had the air in center field. Jang Gyu, that's in there for a strike. I definitely wouldn't call Dejan a sports as that is lifted to center field. The thing that would make Dejan a sports town is the fact that there's not much else here. So Dejan doesn't have much besides baseball, and their soccer's okay. Well, one, I don't ever go out. Uh, but even the people that I work with are surprised with the rare occasions that I do speak Korean, as that's in there for a strike. Well, it has baseball, volleyball, soccer. What's the fourth? All right, so Che Jung 0 for 1, 0 for 0 on the day. And that is popped up. Gets out of play though, stays 0 and 2. No, there's no basketball. Uh I mean, you have what do we have? Five foreign teachers, six foreign teachers, seven. As the 0-2 misses outside, 1 and 2. So there's one, two, three, four, five. There's like 10 or 11 Koreans, and then six foreigners. The 1, 2, 7 foreigners. Yeah, I don't call that sports. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Looks like there's a lot of seats open in the stadium. The 1-2 is lifted to right field. The Moon Sung Ju going back, throws the glove up, and that's two away. that's every single that's every single old person. Uh they're very fundamental. They use the backboard for free throws. There was no rain in Seoul last night though. That's in there for a strike to Heredia, and it's 0 and 1. Heredia having a RBI single in his last at bat. It's a 6-3 ground out before that. 1 for 2 on the day, and that's misses up and out, and it's 1 and 1. Maybe all the LG fans are eating or something as he drops down the bunts, but it's foul. Like, all right, if you're gonna play way back there, back behind the bag at third base, I'm fast enough. Uh yeah, I actually rode the plane the one time I've been back to visits with one of the basketball players. I assume he's a basketball player. He was like 6'7", leaving Korea to go to the US, and a 6'7", 6'8" dude, I'm gonna guess, is a basketball player. As the 1-2 in the dirts, 2 and 2. Did they finally cancel the other? Nope, they're playing the other game. They're playing the Kia NC game. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. 2 outs, down by or up by 2. And that is ripped. That's going to be a double as that drops down. Chaewon Young cuts it off and throws it into third. And already is on base for the second time today with a 2-outs double. Goes from 0-2 and then loses it. I see. I would never call Seoul a sports town because it's not. It's never the main thing. Like Daejeon would be more of a sports town than Seoul without any question. Yeah, I would call Daegu or Suwon a sports town way before I would say Daejeon, Daegu, or Suwon would be sports towns. Having a good team doesn't make you a sports town though, as that drops below the zone and it's 0-1 on the big swing by Han Yu-sung. Han Yu-sung a 2 for 2 on the day, a 2-run shot in the first, an RBI single in the third, coming up for his third at bat with a third chance to score some runs. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. And a catcher gets up for the high fastball, slaps it to the third baseman, throws it across the diamond, and that's 3 away. They leave one on. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 5-3 SSG. Jae Sung strikeout. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, I mean, there are a couple, but for the most part, sports bars I wouldn't really say are a thing because everywhere has TVs. Like every restaurant has TVs. So like you can go to a local like basically any restaurant in Korea and there's going to have at least one TV on the wall playing the game and stuff like that. So yeah, you would I mean you could easily just go to any place and watch, and then again with the reason why there's sports bars and stuff in the US is because it's so big and spread out. You got 30 teams in the MLB, where in the KBO you've got 10. There's only 5 teams or 5 games, and they're all on TV. So yeah, yeah. There's the one that's like kind of across the stadium. Are you talking about that one, that pocha place, or are you talking about the chicken place? Which one? Talking about the pocha place? Yeah, that's like kind of across the stadium that has the uniforms up in the windows. As first pitch to Paque Mean is in there for a strike. We didn't see it, but that's what shows up on the old board. Way, way up high there, 1-1. That place only opened last year. I thought about taking one of my Hanwha uniforms and seeing if they'd put it up in the window. The 1-1 is lifted. That's going to be trouble, but Han Yu-sum throws the hand up that he's got it and 1 away. That flips the lineup back over to Shinmin Jae. Pizza place. Yeah, that shouldn't mean Jay looks at just strike one on the outside corner, 0-1. In the dirt, so 1-1. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It has a weird name, like like No Jim or something like that. No Dave or I thought there was something. It was something like that. It was a weird name. As the 1-1 is fouled away, 1-2. I know they've had a couple whatever like kind of meetups for foreign KBO fans. Yeah, there's a couple in foreigner bars here in Dejan that will do it. As the 1-2 is throws the bat, that's going to be trouble, and it drops down. The old big Texas big league hits for Shinmin J, and he's on base for the first time today. That brings up a Moonsong Ju, not the guy that LG would like to see today. Or sorry, SSG would like to see today. Yeah, now there's the FML that will show lots of rugby matches, international soccer, things like that. All right, Moonsung Ju steps in, a 2 for 2, a double in his first at bat, a single and a run scored just last inning. Did he go around? No, he did not, and it's 1-0. 25 pitches last inning for Kim Kwan Hyun. And that's in there for a strike, 1-1. I want to say that the place that I'm thinking about is called like No Dave. And way outside. That sounds like a good sports ball or a sports ball, good sports bar. That'd be a good baseball sports bar. Problem is you have them on the weekend. A lot of the poach out places have big like drop down screens from the walls and things like that, or from the ceilings, and they'll play the game on the 120-inch projection screen. And the 2-1 runs up and in, a 3-1. Unji? Yeah, another 3-1 is fouled away, runs the count full, 3-2. Second straight full count for Moondong Ju, and the fourth for LG. What's up, Scary? Scary? Scary Scary? Scary? It's finger licking good. And the 3-2 is lifted up, but already under it, and 2 away. No team. I just do KBO, whichever team happens to be home team. I'll wear their uniform. So like today, I have a SS or LG uniform on. Yesterday, I had a Samsung uniform. So whichever team happens to be home is the team that I will wear. If Yuhan Jen is pitching, then I wear my Yuhan Jen uniform. Otherwise, it's anybody else. And that is ripped, but Zaredia goes back, catches it right at the warning track. And that's 3 away. We'll take a little bit of a break for the fifth inning stretch. I'll be back in just a few. All right, so we're just about back. See if Im Chong Gyu is still out there. About 20 seconds left. Yeah, they don't have a seventh inning stretch after the fifth inning. It's like a 2.5 minutes. The players go and smoke, and then the players, the managers, the umpires all go and smoke, and the bench players all run out onto the field and do like super simple warm-ups where they don't really actually do anything. But Lee Jung-yong out on the mound now. Im Chong-gyu's day is done. Yeah. Yeah, when I say it's like super simple stretches, I mean it. They like run like three steps, turn around as Go Myung Jun, their first pitch is lifted to center field and one away. Yeah, like if you look at any of like the interviews from Eric Thames, he'll talk about it as the first pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Oops. Oh, E. Jean Young, 0 for 2 on the day, 5-3 ground out, a 5-4 ground outs. All right. The swing and a miss there. It's 0-2. And the 0-2 right to the second baseman. Throws over and two away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Yu Yo Sung. 0-2 on the day. Yeah. Oh, I've heard the yeah, I've heard the one where he was like having dinner and there's another where he was like trying to hit on a girl. And in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. I've talked about this before, but it's like my my strangest experience is that's outside 1-on-1 was I went to a game. It was a Kiwoom game at the time, or maybe it was Nexon at the time. But I got off the subway, and there was somebody waiting, like who saw maybe they saw me on the subway or something, but they were waiting outside where you tap your card to get off the subway. As that's misses up 3-1 now, and then he starts talking to me, and I'm like, okay, I got to go to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom and he's like standing next to me, like not using another urinal, but like standing next to me, kind of like right here behind me, and like trying to talk to me and have this conversation with me while I'm trying to go to the bathroom. And again, I'm not a player, I am just a fan. But he like wanted to take pictures and wanted to, yeah, super uncomfortable, but not as uncomfortable as watching a pitch down the middle, and that's 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. 5-3 SSG. Yeah, I've had definite encounters, lots of pictures. Never I've had yeah, I mean, it kind of comes with the territory, Jim. You were talking earlier about how you know, do anybody ever see you as a foreigner? And I'm like, or as a ever see you as a Korean, but no, they always see you as a foreigner. And because you are a foreigner, and again, because I stick out so much that I'm easy to spot outside of the stadium. But yeah, lots of pictures. Every once in a while, you get some free stuff, free drinks at the bar, free drinks at the stadium. Yeah, I've had parents of students have bought me beers at the stadium before. Yeah, it has its perks. Generally, most people are super nice. They just want to talk to you and like kind of find out where you're from, why the KBO, why you're here, what you do here, things like that. Rarely do I have bad experiences with it. But we've got a new pitcher for SSG also. No Young'un sounds like what they just said in my ear. Right. Yeah. So no Young'un out on the mound. 3 saves, 28 holds, 68 games. That's taking it a little far. Yeah, and the 0-1 in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Moonbo Young 1 for 2 on the day, a fly out to right, and a RBI double and a run scored in the 4th inning. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Misses up high. 1-2. More people getting warmed up as that is fouled away. No, you don't want to get a hat. You want to get a polo. Get a polo, just a simple polo. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Way, way up high, 2-2. Get your little pad folio. And the 2-2 pitch misses up and out. 3-2 runs the count full. And in the 3-2 pitch, that's going to be slapped right at the third baseman and picks it up, throws it across, and 1 away. Like you said, Kiwi, it only sounds good when they're not playing the music and are just singing it. Like an a cappella style is when it seems to sound good. But Kim Hyun-soo out on the mound, or stepping into the batter's box now. 1 for 2 also on the day for him. 4-3 ground out and an RBI single. Swing and a miss there at the high fastball. And it's 0-1. Austin ding 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 ding. No Hong Chong-gi, that's for sure, as the 0-1 is fouled away and it's 0-2. And he slaps at it. It's a foul. It's the same, Jim. I mean, it's all the same. You have some that's like them, some that don't. And lays off of that, and it's low. I think Jim's married. Nice way to lay off of it, Kim Hyun-soo. And fouled away, stays 1-2. That's why they call it the Sajik Norebong. And the 1-2 that is ripped into right field. Yuna Hanyu Song comes in, but it's going to drop in front of him. And that's the second hit of the day for Kim Hyun-soo. And another base runner for LG. Go ahead. Oh, I do. Does it work? All right, OG1 steps in. 0 for 2 on the day. Swing and a miss there. Strike 1. Nothing beats this one though. And OG1 pops that one up. Right fielder under it, though, and that's 2 away. I have no idea. I refuse to play his song. All right, Pak Dong-wan steps in. 1 for 2 on the day. 1-3 ground out and a single. Swing and a miss there. The pitch nowhere near the zone, and it's 0-1. I don't have Socrates' song because he didn't make the playoffs last year. And the 0-1 misses outside. 1-1. Kiwi's favorite. And that's 3 away. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's 5-3 SSG. Yeah, the All-Star game. He didn't make that last year, so I don't have his who else do we got? Who else should I play, Kiwi? Yeah, usually 1 every 2 years. All right, coming up next. His is so long though. That's the issue with his. I think I got some SSG ones. All right, so Jang Hyun Sheik out on the mound. The former Kia Tiger. And the first pitch misses way outside, 0-1. Looks like we've got a pinch hitter here. Jung-Jun Jae pinch hitting here. And slapped away. Triple J, as I like to call him. Hey, Arpo. And that's fouled away. Bye, Arpo. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled away, stays 1-2. Yeah, I don't think I have Pak Jong Yun's on this setup because he's been with the military team for so long. Well, so the 1-2 pitch misses low, 2-2. I just remember it's like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. So half the time I never finished because he got out so quick. And the 2-2 slaps, but just gets out of play into the netting, and it stays 2-2. Mm. 2023 when you didn't work and tickets were easy. The 2-2 pitch slapped away. Seventh, eighth pitch of this at bat's coming up. Yep. All right. Sounds good, Arpo. Study hard. And here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, just at the thigh, and that misses up high, runs the count full, 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch slapped foul, and pitch number 10 coming up of this at bat. What do you have, like two? The 3-2 pitch is lifted to the left field, and it's going to drop in front of Chaewon Young, and he is on base with a leadoff single for the pinch hits. Ten pitch at bats, ending in a single. Can't ask for much else. All right, Pak Sung Han steps in. He's 1 for 2, 1 for 3 on the day. He singled, scored a run in the first inning, E6, and scored a run in the third, and then struck out in the fourth as they check over on Jung Joon Jae over at first. He was just trying to get him to re-sign him. That's all it was. That's right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. 151 on the gun from the big right-hander. Sets up on the outside just above the knees. And it misses in the middle of the zone, but it's a strike, and it's 0-2. All right, here we go. You got an 0-2 count. You got a right-handed batter, a left-handed pitcher. Now he's gonna probably try to throw a high fastball. Nope. Taps the glove on the ground, sets up on the right-handed batter's box, way outside with a high fastball, and it's ball one. Couldn't have called that one, yeah. Yeah, and then the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, slaps it past the shortstop, and that's going to be another single. Back-to-back singles here in the seventh inning has got runners on first and seconds with nobody outs. If LG has a weakness, this is it. They got a lot of sometimes decent, sometimes bad, sometimes good relievers. Warming up in the bullpen, the left-hander. That brings up Che Ji Hoon. Che Ji Hoon, 1 for 3 on the day. Double and a run scored back in the first. A fly out to center and a fly out to center. 266 on the season for the center fielder. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get a bunt. Pulls it back, and it's low. Ball 1-0. Fakes the bunts. In the middle with a 2-run lead. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Pulls it back again. Slaps it, but foul. 1-1. That's an excellent idea. You got a batter up there who's pretty fast, left-handed batter, center fielder, so he's got plenty of speed. You've gotten 2 hits on this guy. He's thrown 15 pitches. That is a solid white Budweiser can, ladies and gentlemen. I did not know that LG had such taste. Is that what that is? Yeah, this is the 1-1 pitch in the dirts, 2-1. The person next to her also had one. Don't understand why. Just drink water. Zero color on the can, that's what it means. It's like $4 here for a tall boy. As the 2-1 misses low, 3-1. 4,000 won. So yeah, $3, something like that. They can't charge too much because they can't charge too much because you can just carry in your own drinks, your own food and drinks. But was it a 500 or was it just a little 12-ounce? The 3-2 pitch drops down the bunts. First baseman grabs it, throws it to the second baseman, covering, and he gets the sacrifice bunts down, but at what cost? Moves the 2 runners up, but again, you got a 3-1 count. He's thrown 19 pitches now. What is the point? And this SSG manager just got a contract extension, ladies and gentlemen. They want more stupidness. All right, so 19 pitches now for Jung Hyun Sheik. I got some music here. And now that's outside, ball one. Hey, it's a foreigner with a U.S. Yankees hat on. Anyway, the 1-0 pitch sets up in the other batter's box. Just catches a piece of the batter's box, the strike zone, and it's 1-1. You get a fun song when you're the all-time home run leader in the KBO. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up in the other batter's box once again. And he throws it there. Ball 2, 2-1. And then the 2-1 pitch sets up in the other batter's box again. Oh, you got to have a double play here, right? Way outside, a 3-2 counts. The manager not paying any attention, working on his fork ball. And that's outside. Ball 4 loads the bases up. That brings up Heredia. But before that, we're going to have ourselves a pitching change. Good thing they bunted, ladies and gentlemen. The old ham duck coming in. Ham duck Jew coming in, trying to get Heredia to bounce into a double play. Old ham duck. So elsewhere again, Hanwha's slowly trying to crawl back. They were down 2-0. They got a run back. Samsung that took 2 more, but Hanwha has gotten 1 more run back with an RBI single from Moon Hyun Bin. They've got 1 out, runners on first and second, bringing in a new pitcher. NC's up 1-0 against Kia. They've got runners on the corner. Sorry, now they're up 2-0 after the sacrifice fly. For those of you wondering, Gu Changmo, 50 pitches through 3 innings, 4 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And then obviously you've got to this game here where you've got the bases loaded, 1 out for the number 4 hitter, Heredia, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Close games all around the league. The all games today have some important meanings. So Hamduk Ju, 6.11 ERA, 2-2 on the season. Former Doosan Bear didn't want to move his apartment, so he just signed with LG. And that's in there for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. 340 on the season for Heredia, 2 for 3 today. A 6-3 ground out, an RBI single in the third, and then a double back in the fifth. And the 0-1 pitch set up way in the other batter's box, missed badly, missed so much he caught the middle of the plates, but it's fouled away, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch misses outside. Ball 1, 1-2. RBI single. Still only one out there. Still only one out here. Yeah, another 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be a 2 away. Got him way, way out in front of that changeup. That's a huge strikeout. 2 away now for Han Yu Som, who is going to have to face the lefty. All right, Han Yu Som puts SSG up big in the first inning with a 2-run shot. Fouls that one off. 0-1. 2-run shot in the first inning, RBI single in the third, but a 5-3 ground outs in the fifth. And the 0-1 sets up on the other batter's box. And the 0-1 pitch misses way inside so bad that Pak Dong-Wan had to dive back across the plate. He was set up on the right-handed batter's box right on the line. The pitch was so bad it caught the inside corner, the left-handed batter's box corner, as Pak Dong-Wan dives back across. But because you have the ABS system, it's a strike. And the 0-2 pitch, that one is in the other batter's box. Of course it is. Left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. You got to throw the 0-2 counts into the right-handed batter's box because it's the only way you can pitch. Everybody knows that. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch. Puts the glove on the ground. And he pops it up. Center fielder going back. Pak Min under it. And that's 3 away. They leave the bases loaded in a 2-run game. Bases loaded, 1 out. They get 0. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 5-3 SSG. Thank you, whoever's doing that. Thank you, 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 thank you. Big inning there. Dun, 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 dun. Good thing they bunted, ladies and gentlemen. Good thing they bunted. Excellent, excellent bunt there. I'll move the runners to second and third so that they didn't score. All right, we've got to the bottom of this 7th inning. You've got the bottom of the order coming up, 8-9-1. That loads the bases for Mr. Grand Slam. 750 on the season with a runner bases loaded. Kim Mean out on the mound now for SSG. Yeah, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. We've got a pinch hitter here, though. Guanu. And that's in there for a strike. 0-2. Yeah, and that is ripped, and that is going to be trouble. That's going to be into the corner as it rolls. Pakwanu round second base, but will stand there on second with a leadoff pinch hit double. Pakwanu, the pinch hits double, puts the runner on second base with nobody out for Pakemin. Now here comes the manager that manages like, well, it's 1972 because that's whenever he graduated high school. Actually, that's probably when his grandkids graduated high school. Now, will we get a bunt here? As Kim Sung-uk takes over in looks like right field. Now, Kim Sung-uk takes over in right field for Han Yu-sum, which means a lot of the SSG offense is now gone. Park Min is not getting the bunt sign. He lifts that one. That's going to be trouble over the second. No, the center fielder puts the glove up and makes the catch as Park Guan-woo does not tag up. A great catch by Che Ji-hoon, running back, catches it over his shoulder. Park Guan-woo was running on it, doesn't tag up. So now you've still got a runner on second base with just 1 out. Bad base running by the pinch hitter. If it goes over his head, you're going to score anyway. Fantastic catch. Absolutely awful base running. All right, so Shin-min Jae steps in, looks at strike one on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Awful base running. And the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside, just above the knees. And there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Shin-min Jae, 1 for 3 on the day, struck out in his first at-bat, a 4-3 ground out in his seconds, and then a single back in the 5th inning. Here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up way on the outside. Slaps it through the left side. Park Guan-woo is running to third. Wow, really chancing that. Park Guan-woo waited for it to get through and then took off for third base as Heredia was going to come up firing. Now you've got runners on the corner. Runners on the corners. But we'll have a pitching change. They'll bring in a lefty, I assume. Moon Sung Ju will greet whoever's coming in to pitch. Shinmin Jae at first, Park Gwon-woo at second. Elsewhere around the league, Hanwha is cut it to 4-3. They are in the bottom of the seventh also. Then, but Hanwha is bringing in the greatest offseason acquisition in the world. Looks like they actually took him in last inning. But NC's up a 2-0. Hanwha fans should be rooting for LG here, actually. Again, you have it's kind of a catch-22 for Hanwha fans. LG's in first, Hanwha's in second. Hanwha's 5 games behind LG. SSG is 13 games behind LG, so they are 8 games behind Hanwha. So 5 games separate first and second, but it's 8 games separate second and third. So Hanwha kind of wants LG to win, kind of wants SSG to win, but Iro-un out on the mound now for SSG. Bringing in a righty here. All right, so Moon Sung Ju. I think I forgot it. And that's going to be a ground ball right to the first baseman. Throws to second, back to first, in time with a splits. And the 3-6-3 inning-ending double play as Park Gwon-woo is base running. Comes back to haunt LG. We'll go to the 8th inning. A good 3-6-3 or a 3-6-1 is a fantastic also. Where the pitcher comes over and covers. The most difficult has to be a like a 5-4-3 would have to be the hardest because it's the longest throws, but also a like a 2-6-3 where you got the catcher throwing to shorts and then or something like that, or you could get like really strange and have like a 2-5-3 where the catcher throws to third to get the lead runner and then throws to first to get the double play. All right, coming up for SSG, Go Myung Jun will lead things off, the number 6 hitter. Another pitching change here. This pitcher has a very strange windup. Park Myung-gun almost looks over to first base. He is a small guy, but he throws hard. Sidearm delivery with fast pitches, as that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. He was their closer for a couple games, and that's in there for a strike on the outside. Oh, Pakwanu stays over there in left field after his bad base running. And the 0-2 pitch to Go Myung Jun. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman tries to backhand it, but that will be an infield single. And runner on first. Brings up E.G. Young. Good pitch, way on the outside. But he sticks the bat out. He's way in front of it. So Shin Jae tries sliding over to his rights, but not able to make the play. But we've got runners on first now. E.G. Young will bunt because why not? Bunt didn't work last inning. You should definitely try to bunt again this inning. Otegun pinch running here for Go Myung Jun. And a bunt pop up all the way back into the netting. Of course, they'll never learn. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Way up high. And the way they hold the bats, like it literally in Little League in the US, you're taught to never hold the bat like that. They like wrap their hand all the way around the knob, or not the knob, but the barrel of the bats. Like that's how you get your fingers broken. Yep. For a league that bunts so much, they are so bad at it. And another 1-1. Another pop-up bunts. Pak Dong-won makes the catch. Well done. A foul pop-up in, caught by the catcher. Bunting is awesome. Well done, KBO. All right, Ryuho Sung. And a ground ball to the third baseman, throws to the second baseman, throws to first, not in time. Oh, it'll go down as a 5-4 putouts. 2 away now, and I don't know if Austin Dean was able to even make that pick. Moon Bo-gyung had to jump, quickly gets rid of it, throws to second. Shin Jae, the throw wouldn't have mattered anyway, as he would have been able to beat that out. That brings up a Jun Jae. It's Hong Dae-in will pinch run. Now, Hong Dae-in comes in to run over at first base, but we're going to have another pitching change. We'll have another pitching change here. That's because you have a defensive shortstop out there, Stefan, and not whatever that other stuff is that they keep putting in there. So, Che Hung. Che Hung will come in to pinch or to pitch. Now or never. Oh, elsewhere again, Samsung up 4-3, but Hanwha's up in the bottom or the top of the eighth. You've got NC's up 2-0 against Kia, but they've got a runner on first. Che Hung in to pitch now for LG, a 5.02 ERA on the season. He will face Jung Joon Jae. Jung Joon Jae pinch hits back in, last inning. Led off last inning with a pinch hit single, but was stranded over on the base pass because of the bunt. Sets up on the outside and just misses low. Ball one. Jung Joon Jae, 237 on the season. And that throws over. And that's in there for a strike. 1-1. Game is gonna start dragging on. Again, they expand the rosters in September, so these teams have plenty of run, and that is ripped into right field. Moon Sung Ju are gonna chase it down, but Hong Dae-in is gonna round third. It is held up right at the last minute. And the throw, what is Pak Dong-won trying to do is Jun Joon Jae comes up with a 2-out double, puts runners on second and third. He was running quickly. I can't believe they didn't send him. Yeah, might have been in. Third base coach. I think that was a good call. All right, that flips the lineup back over Pak Sung-han. 2 for 4 on the day. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Pak Sung-han, a single run scored in the first, reached on an air and scored, strikeout, and a single. Yeah, and the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees. And that's going to be a single into center field. One run is going to come in. Hey, 2 runs are in, and that's is gonna pretty much end this game, I do believe. As 2 runs come in, clearing the bases, and it's now 7-3. And Jim's day is over. All right, Che Ji Hoon looks at the ball one on the inside. 0-1. 1-0. 0-1. And then the 1-0, he pops it up. Right fielder giving chase, but it's drops in foul territory. 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch, just sitting up in the middle of the zone. And that misses way up high, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch, that is going to be another problem, but left fielder comes in, makes the catch. They get a beautiful bunt foul into the catcher's mitts, but they are able to add 2. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 7-3. SSG. LG with their really their final chance here. They're gonna have the 3-4-5 hitters coming up. This LG lineup is really deep, really long, but SSG does have a pretty good closer. Probably gonna have some changes here. Ote Gomez stays over there at first base. Austin leads things off. 2 for 3 on the day, or 1 for 3 on the day. A fly out to right, a fly out to left, and an RBI double back in the 4th inning. Looks like we've got a new pitcher, Joe Hyung, or catcher, Joe Hyung Woo, back behind the plates. And that misses low, 2-0. All right, the 2-1 the pitch. And another 2-1 is popped up. It's out of play. 2-2. Liberato and Che Sung probably both had pretty poopy days. Again, they rushed them back. They could have easily kept them, let them play a couple games down in the second league to get their timing back, but instead yeah, that's in the dirt. Runs the count full. 3-2. Orioles Korean lettering shirts. But we've got another full count here. Fifth full count of the day for LG. They do have a single. That was back in the fourth inning. And the 3-2, that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop can't make the play, and he is going to be on base for the second time today with a leadoff single. Do they pinch run for Austin right here? Moonbo Young steps in. First pitch, he goes around, and it's 0-1. Moonbo Young, 1 for 3 also. RBI double and a run scored in that fourth inning. Also a fly out to right and a 5-3 ground out. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. All right, you got a 0-2 count. Do you challenge him, or do you waste the pitch, hoping that he's going to swing at something off the plates? We all know. Horrible camera angle as that is fouled away. He actually challenged him, ladies and gentlemen. And the 0-2 in the dirt nutmegs him, but hits the umpire and doesn't get away. Nutmegs the catcher, and the umpire blocks it from going away. Yeah, here we go. The 1-2 pitch and low. That's 2-2. Yeah, the 2-2. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop sliding, makes the catch, and throws over to second base to get to the force out. And that is a fantastic play by the shortstop. And the umpire blocking that, it turns out to be huge. Oh, without the umpire blocking, that's Austin Dean isn't at first base. He might actually be at third base right now, but instead Kim Hyun Soo is stepping up with Moonbo Young at first base. And that's low, ball 1-0. Again, those 2 runs in at the top of the 8th are huge. LG could easily put up a couple runs in each inning, but a 4-run lead with 2 outs or 2 innings left. as that is lifted up. Left fielder Heredia under it, and 2 away. All right, here we go. OG1. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner. All 1-1. OG1 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out in his first at bat and a couple flyouts to right field. And misses outside, 1-1. Not a clean game, 11 hits each, 3 errors. And the 1-1 pitch, low, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Did he go around? And the 3-1. Yep. They can't a Korean pitcher can't go deep enough in a game because again they get up 0-2 and then they end up getting to a 2-2 or 3-2 count because they are trying to finesse everything. As that is a beautiful strike right down the middle, 3-2. Nice little change up there. The bullpens are pretty bad. They expanded the league and it wasn't ready. So the talent is so spread out as the 3-2 is popped up. A left fielder under it once again, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the 9th inning. It's 7-3 SSG. Leaving another one on. They've left 6 on. Five for 18 on the day with runners on base for LG. 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Those are the double, RBI double, the RBI double, and the RBI single. SSG will have their 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up here in the top of the 9th. Park Sung-hyun out, or Baek Sung-hyun out on the mound now for LG. Yeah, they Jim, it seems that they focus so much on velocity that they don't work on their secondary pitches enough. And again, this is just my thinking. But Park Sung-hyun steps in onto the mound. Or sorry, Baek Sung-hyun. And Che Jung looks at just strike 1. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And runs inside, 1-1. And here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees. And he rolls it over foul. 1-2. And the 1-2 is lifted up, but it will get out of play. And just so you know the words. Yeah, so last year, Jim, I actually used to play the team songs, all the players' songs as I was streaming, but I don't anymore. Out of there's just too many songs, too many players, and all of that. But so the 1-2, that's going to be a ground ball right to Austin Dean, who takes it himself, and that's one away. I was trying to give people who watch, I was trying to give them more of a experience of the KBO with the songs and the cheers and all that. But a lot of people kept asking who was up and who was on what base and all of that stuff. So I added all of the base runners and the bats behind the names. You mean you started an online rumor that I'm bringing them back? As that is a strike up at the top of the zone, 0-1. Again, the problem is like Samsung, I can't use any of Samsung's songs. They're all trademarked. They're all copyrighted. So the 0-1 down at the knees, and that is fouled away. Another souvenir for a big empty area of people over there on the right side. All right, here we go. The 0-2 puts his glove down on the ground, throws it about 45 feet. And I may be generous with that 45 feet. And the 1-2 pitch sets up right at the middle. And he's late on it, but fouls it away anyway. And it's 1-2 still. Already 2 for 4 on the day. 6-3 ground out, a RBI single, a double, and a strikeout. The 1-2 pitch moves the glove around right at the knees, way outside, and a swing and a miss. And 2 away. Where's Mary Kate? Is her girl Gian here? That was the LG cheerleaders. I think teams need to look at bringing in new cheerleaders, as that's fouled away. With last year, Kia having Gian, and Kia won the championship, won the regular season and the championship. Kim Sung-wook getting his first at bat today. Yeah, and the 0-1 pitch misses low, 1-1. And then you have LG got her in the mid-season trade. There's a Hanwha fan hanging out. And then the 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and it catches the outside corner, 1-2. Umpire needs to get some brush strokes over there on that home plate. Kim Chang-gyu looking on and not having a good day. And that is going to be a little soft single over Austin Dean's head. He's going to run out and grab it. But the SSG offense is not done for today. Pak Sung-uk with a massive hit, as that might actually put him up above the Mendoza line on the day, ladies and gentlemen. That brings up Otegon. Otegon took over as a pinch runner, then came around to score on the RBI, 2 RBI single by Pak Sung Han. Yeah, and the 0-1 pitch misses low, ball 1, 1-0. On not done yet, as they hit Che and Sung. Yeah, and the 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside. And pops him up. A center fielder comes in under it. That will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. SSG is up 7-3. Is that what's coming up, Kiwi? Oh, Hana threatening. They're down 1, top of the 9th with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. With Sona Sup stepping in. Kia and NC. Kia's up or down 2-0, but they've got runners on first and second in the top of the 6th with 1 out. And Kim Sung Hwan up. And then Pak Dong Wan will be leading things off for LG here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So you've got Pak Dong Wan, Pak Guan-u, and Pak Hae-min. As Joe Byung-hyun out on the mound for SSG. He is a good closer. A 1.36 ERA, 28 saves in 60 games. All right. 3 outs remaining for SSG. Pak Dong-won will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th inning here. 1 for 3 on the day, a 1-3 ground out, a single, and then a fly out to right. 253 on the season for Mr. Full Swing. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Wow. And coming down to Hall Insall. And the 0-1 pitch Did he go around? I think he did. Still waiting. No, he did not. They don't even show the first base umpire. That's interesting. And the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstopper makes it, spins around, throws in time. One away. All right, it's a Pakwanu steps in. He pinch hits double, but it's a bad base running from him. Cost them a run in the seventh inning. And almost hits him there, and that's ball one. Samsung wins SSG 2 outs away from cutting that lead as that's fouled away 1-1. And then the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, but misses low 2-1. Stefan, now you've got to be cheering for LG to make the comeback. As the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss there, 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and it's fouled away, stays a 2-2. Jo Byung Hyun, one of the young closers in the league. Took over as the closer last year for in his third year. As the 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle again, and that is going to be sliced, but already under it's 2 away. Gonna come up to Spider-Man himself at the bottom of the lineup. Oh, he took over as the closer last year, 12 saves for him in 76 games. This year, 28 saves in 60 games. Again, this is not a save situation, a 4-run lead going into the ninth inning. And that's a strike, a little middle, right down the middle, four-seam fastball. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Misses up high, ball one, 1-1. Akemine 0 for 3 on the day, struck out in his first at bats, a fly out to right field and a fly out to center field back in the seventh inning. That was the great over the shoulder catch by Che Ji Hoon. And the 1-1 is popped up, but gets out of play. And LG's down to their final out or final strike. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away, stays 1-2. I saw it was first and second with 1 out, right? All right, the 1-2 pitch. Once again, LG down to their final strike. It sets up on the outside just at the belts. And that's going to be ripped. Second baseman diving stop, gets to his feet, throws to first. And that's will end the game as SSG continues their second half push with a 7-3 victory over the LG Twins. And not a great outing from Im Chong-gyu. Early error by the shortstop and then another error by him on a throw gave SSG the extra runs in the third inning. So in the first inning, a leadoff single by Pak Sung-han, a double by Che Ji-hoon, and then a sacrifice fly by Chejung Han Yu-sung with a 2-run shots. That put them up 3-0 early. They never looked back after that. So they added a couple more back in the third inning. A easy ground ball to the shortstop, misses it. That lets Pak Sung-han reach on an error, then a walk to Chejung after a bad throw by Im Chong-gyu over to first base. That put runners at first and second. Heredia with a single, then Han Yu-sung with another RBI single puts their 2 runs on the board. Then in the fourth inning, a single, double, RBI double by Austin Dean, an RBI double by Moonbok Young, and then an RBI single by Kim Hyun Soo. Put 3 runs on the board for LG. That was the only 3 runs they had. As after that, a fly out to single, and then a 6-4-3 double play ended that threat with runners on first and third. And then the 8th inning, you had a leadoff single by Go Myung-jun, a pinch run there, but he was thrown out at second on the 6-4 or the 5-4 ground outs by Yu Ho-sung. Hong Dae-in came over, took over on the base pass. He ended up coming around to score with Jung Joon Jae, who had a double, put runners at second and third with 2 outs as Pak Sung-han comes up with a big 2 RBI single to put them up 7-3, and then there's too much too late. As far as offensively, you had SSG, they go 7 for 18 with runners on base. They go 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position. LG, on the other hand, SSG leaves 8 runners on the bags. LG, they go 5 for 18 with runners on base, 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That was the 3 back-to-back RBI hits from them back in the 4th inning. They leave 6 runners on the base as Kim Kwon-hyun will get the win today for SSG. 83 pitches in 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts. Nobody for SSG walked a batter. Only 2 walks. I talked about it earlier that wasn't going to be very many walks, but he gave up 3 runs. LG, Im Chong-gyu will take the loss of 5 innings, 91 pitches, 62 for strikes, 6 hits, 1 home run. That was the 2-run shot by Han Yu-sung. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Gave up 5 with 4 of them being earned. So SSG continues. Their offense has just been ridiculous. Next week, SSG will have NC. That's a big one. Hanwha will have Lotte. The important thing is Hanwha is going to have Lotte in Busan. That is a very big caveat right there. Hanwha is not good against Lotte in Busan. They're going to have back-to-back games on Tuesday and Wednesday against Lotte in Busan, which is not good news for Hanwha. SSG is going to have NC, then Samsung, but 3-game series against Kium here in Daejeon for Hanwha over the weekend. LG again. LG has already clinched a playoff spot. So at this point, it's just a matter of trying to get enough wins to clinch the first spot in the league, which would give them an automatic bye to the Korean series. Coming into this game, they had a 13 game magic number. Hanwha lost, so that drops down to 2. They didn't win, so that stays at 12. So 12 magic number for LG. Uh, it's definitely not over for Hanwha. It's definitely not clinched yet for LG. LG will end up being 5 games ahead of Hanwha still. And then SSG will actually move to 12 games back of LG, which they're not going to catch them. But again, they could easily catch Hanwha. And if they can catch Hanwha, that means that, well, Hanwha is going to have to go through 2 places to win a championship. And that has never been done before. SSG is playing extremely, extremely well right now. Elsewhere, NC's still up 2-0 against Kia. That is kind of an important game. Basically, if they lose that game, whoever loses that game is pretty much done for the season. As at that point, they're going to be about 19 games out of the first place, but they're going to be 3 to 4 games out of 5th place with 3 or 4 teams ahead of them, which is going to make it pretty difficult. Although Kia and NC both have the most amount of games left. But thank you guys for tuning in as always. I don't know if I'll be back for Saturday next weekend. I have some stuff going on in the week, and if I can't get it all done or whatever, I'll have to do some of it on Saturday. So I don't know if I will be in town or not to stream on Saturday. I shouldn't be a problem that I'll be back on a Sunday. The plan right now is to do on Saturday. I'm looking at the SSG and Lotte game on Saturday, and then Sunday it'll either be Kia versus LG or KT versus Samsung. So thank you guys for tuning in as always, and until next time.